Hi, I'm here with my friend Jon, and he had a few questions for me about UGLUB'S Armoury. So fire away, Jon.
Yes, no. What I wanted to ask you was, where does the name UGLUB'S Armoury actually come from? What's the story behind that?
So, when I was live action role playing many years ago, would have been about nearly 35 years ago, I'm thinking. One of my first characters was an Ogre Scout called UGLUB. Okay, right. Now that gives you the UGLUB, that doesn't give you the armoury. Okay, so at the same time that I'd started my sort of live role play hobby, I'd also started getting into making the weapons. And for a little while, I had my own business making these weapons, and it wasn't called UGLUB'S Armoury. It was called something like Genesis Creative Merchants or something like that. Now, people would come to me, ask for these bits and pieces to be put together, weapons, costume, all that kind of thing. And so basically, a lot of them were playing Orcs, Goblins, Uruk, and I was the leader of that group as UGLUB. Right. Okay. A lot of the stuff I did looked pretty orky and brutal. And so jokingly, they said to me, we'll take all these to get weapon tested and we'll bring them back to UGLUB'S Armoury, because that's what you should have called your business, isn't it, Noel? And I was like, yeah, fair enough.
So is that got any relevance to the logo? Because that's quite cool.
100%. Yeah. So just here.
Oh, right.
These cross daggers are the original live action role play daggers I made. Would have been back in 1992, 1993. Okay. And these cross daggers are the daggers I wore as UGLUB. And these have been on many adventures with me. And they've been relatexed many times. And I don't have very much left of the costume apart from these fellas. And I think the helmet's up in our set somewhere. And yeah, so that's where this logo came from.
Brilliant. So
just a little bit about the set. The reason this is here is I do more than just make videos about wargaming. I love Lego. I've got a bit of Lego and I've done some really big projects for my local toy shop. I've also a range of stories and a whole world I've been building called Tales from Owtdare. So UGLUB is actually one of the characters in that as well. And in that story, he has an armoury. So
UGLUB'S Armoury actually exists?
Actually exists in story. So there you go.
So all this stuff that we're sitting in as part of another project is still part of UGLUB'S Armoury?
Well, essentially, this is a lot of our props and bits and pieces from our LARP adventures turned into a set for the stories we're recording.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Noel.
Thanks very much for watching, everyone. And with that, I'll see you on the battlefield.